For a lot of people, cream soda is a very nostalgic drink, and on paper it's got a lot going for it. The bubbles, the creamy texture, that nice vanilla-y flavour, but in reality it's often very sweet, very synthetic, and actually quite disappointing. So what we're going to do today is bring cream soda bang up to date, creating a modern, delicious and easy cream soda, which is actually the best I've ever tasted. This works perfectly well either on its own as a refreshing soft drink, or with coffee liqueur added, which is what I like to do at the end of the video, which brings it into being a really nice low ABV kind of early evening cocktail. And this one is also decaf. So stay tuned, make yourselves comfortable, and let's make some modern cream soda. All right, welcome back. If you're new here, my name's Dan. I'm a double world coffee and good spirits champion, and this channel is all about coffee, all about cocktails, and then bringing the two together in interesting and creative ways, which is what we're going to do today. So when I was researching cream soda, the one thing that I could find on the internet that was really consistent was that no one could agree on how to make it. So some recipes were really simple, calling just for vanilla syrup and soda water, which I think could be quite sweet and again quite synthetic. Some were really complex and over-engineered with milk clarification, using fresh vanilla as infusions and extractions, which can get quite complicated, quite labor-intensive and also quite costly. But then this recipe, which I've been working on for a few weeks now, I think is a perfect balance of ease, low cost, and also it's really, really delicious. So that's what I'm going to share with you today. So most cream soda recipes call for something acidic, something sweet, something vanilla-y, and then something fizzy. And our recipe's in a way no different, but also in a way very, very different. So first of all, when it comes to acidity, a lot of recipes out there call for lemon juice, which I just don't find brings out the best in the vanilla flavor. So we're going with this, which is lactic acid adjusted coconut water, which I know sounds kind of confusing, but actually is really simple. And if you've not seen my video about acid adjustment, I'll link it above. But essentially what we're doing here is adding an acid into the coconut water to make it sour. So lactic acid is that kind of creamy acidity you find in things like yogurt and fermented foods. In this drink, it's perfect because it mimics that kind of creamy texture. And combining it with coconut water was a really natural thing for me. Coconut water in itself has that kind of creamy texture. Coconut is a flavor that works really nicely with vanilla, really nicely with that creamy texture. So this is a no-brainer. To make this is really simple. It's essentially a 6% solution. So 6 grams of lactic acid, topped up to 100 grams of coconut water, so 94 more grams. Mix the two together and you've got this lactic acid adjusted coconut water, which is a mouthful, but actually really simple to make and works perfectly in the drink. For our sweetener, again, something that's actually very simple, even though it kind of seems quite technical. And this is a lactose syrup. So this is just equal parts lactose sugar, which is derived from milk, castor sugar, and then boiling water. Mix the two together until it's fully dissolved. Pass it through a paper filter, and you're left with this amazing, strangely colored liquid, which is kind of sweet, creamy, has some of that milky flavor. However, if you don't like or agree with lactose, or it doesn't agree with you, you could just use a 2-to-1 sugar syrup here. It might not be quite as creamy, might not have that kind of creamy flavor, but it'd work really nicely and it's better than the symptoms of lactose intolerance. So that'd be a really easy substitution. Just maybe add a little bit less of your 2-to-1 sugar syrup because it is going to be quite sweet. Lactose sugar isn't super sweet compared to castor sugar, but experiment and you should get a great result regardless. And then we've got vanilla extract. So as I said before, fresh vanilla, very, very expensive, can be an amazing ingredient, but if you buy really good quality vanilla extract, you can still get really good results and also keep the cost down. Also, one quick note on this, all these ingredients do seem super weird, super niche, but actually they're really quite easy to get hold of on Amazon. I'll put affiliate links in the description below so you can pick them up for yourselves. And then finally, for the soft drink, you're gonna need something which is very fizzy, a soda water, and it's really important that this is nice and cold. So when you add our soda water, we don't want to add it kind of at room temperature because it runs the risk of over diluting the drink. We want it to be cold, refreshing, really, really fizzy, which is why I'm using this soda water. And then if you want to take your cream soda to the next level, which I really recommend you do, you could use this, which is ALGEBRA, extra dry, and actually decaf coffee liqueur. And when you add this in, it's going to make a low ABV, caffeine-free, coffee mixed cream soda, which is really delicious, which we'll make at the end. And actually ALGEBRA are a sponsor in this video, so big thanks to ALGEBRA. I'll talk more about this product in a second, but first, let's make our modern cream soda. Okay, so for our modern cream soda, we're gonna keep things really, really simple, low faff really. And what we're gonna do is just build it straight into a frozen glass, which is already full of ice. So it's a really simple build. I'm gonna go 25 mils of our lactic acid adjusted coconut water. Catchy name. Gonna go 25 mils of our lactose syrup. or lactose sugar syrup, which is derived from milk and gives it that amazing texture and a little bit of sweetness. You're gonna need some scales, and we're gonna add in 3 grams of good quality vanilla extract. And do really make sure you use a nice vanilla extract. This is the key to the success of the drink, I think. It's cheaper than using fresh, but it actually gives a really natural flavor if you buy good vanilla extract. And also measuring it's really important so you don't overdo it, because too much vanilla can actually overpower the drink. Really simple, and then we're just gonna top it up with 100 grams of what's gonna be very fizzy soda water. And it's really important to make sure this is fizzy because we're adding other ingredients which aren't. And then you just want to give it a good stir with a straw just to make sure the sugar's mixed through, but also don't over dilute it. So once it's mixed, stop mixing essentially. And there you have the modern cream soda, which I'm actually really excited about. So let's give it a try. I love it. I don't really drink soft drinks like this, but this I've been testing for a few days. I've been pretty much drinking the entire thing every single time, which I'm trying to restrict myself from doing now. But it's just so well balanced. Those things I talked about at the beginning are really authentically there. Lots of bubbles, really creamy texture. They really work nicely together, and then that really quality vanilla flavor. It's very refreshing, very balanced, and I'm actually really quite happy with that. In fact, extremely happy with that. So that's the basis. You could batch this up really easily to make lots and lots of this. But what we're gonna do now is introduce coffee to make something completely different, but also really, really great. So for the coffee cream soda, it's gonna be exactly the same build. 25 mils of our lactic acid adjusted coconut water, 25 mils of our lactose milk sugar syrup, 3 grams of good quality vanilla extract, and then 100 grams of our really fizzy soda water. I actually added 1 less ice cube into this one, so there's a little bit more room for the coffee liqueur. I'm gonna pre-mix this now, just so it's all kind of integrated before we add the coffee. And then finally, the magic ingredient, 25 mils of our ALGEBRA extra dry DECAF coffee liqueur, which should just float really nicely on top of the drink. So there we have something I'm really, really proud of, which is called coffee cream soda. I really, really enjoy this drink. The texture's amazing, the balance is still really great, and actually the coffee flavor just works really, really nicely. First of all, it's decaf, which is great. No kind of late night caffeine jitters, which is good for a lot of people. Pretty much good for everyone if you prioritize your sleep, which you should. Second of all, there's no compromise on quality. And just like the other products in the ALGEBRA line, the decaf uses amazing quality coffee combined with rum and sugar. Not very much sugar, I should add, so it works really nicely. And that comes with some real kind of key benefits. First of all, I didn't need to adjust the recipe of this to accommodate the coffee because it doesn't have loads of sugar, kind of over sweetening the drink. Second of all, it really lets the coffee shine through, which is a good thing when it's good quality coffee. ALGEBRA actually worked with some amazing roasters for their liqueurs, including Ozone, Extract, and Roundton coffee for this. And then third of all, when you pour it on the drink, it has that really nice separation between the 2 layers. So this and this are just a really nice combination. So give this one a try. Coffee cream soda. Nowhere near as kitsch as it sounds, really actually quite modern. And if you've enjoyed bringing coffee and cocktails together, you might want to consider subscribing to the channel, which you can do by clicking just here. I'll put 2 more videos here which feature ALGEBRA products, the black and white mango Negroni and the coffee and Zoni here. And you can check out ALGEBRA's website in the description below. So big thanks again to ALGEBRA for sponsoring this video. Thanks to you guys for watching. I really, really do appreciate it. And I'll see you in the next video. Cheers.